Us. Palesa, a very good morning to you. Are you able to hear us?
Just silent it.
A very good morning indeed. We are outside also the High Court here in Bloemfontein, where we are monitoring any supporters of the suspended SG of the ANC, Ace Magashule. Earlier we went to the two toll gates that come into Bloemfontein. That's the one on the N1 and the other one on the R30, just to check whether there are any buses that are coming through carrying ANC supporters like we've previously seen. And today we didn't see any of that, influx of traffic coming into Bloemfontein. But to talk to us right now is a member of the Free State Legislature of the ANC, and it's Vusi Chabalala, who's also quite a strong supporter of Ace Magashule. Ndade Chabalala, you are back again today. Why?
Well, as a person, I also have a right to support Ndade Magashule. As we all know that Ndade Magashule remains the leader of the ANC, and like any other leader that have been supported, and we know what has happened, and we are here in solidarity of that, so we will definitely show support until the end of this case.
Do you feel like you can identify with him in terms of the problems that he's facing within the party, seeing that you yourself has been suspended as the chief whip of the party in the legislature and facing certain allegations?
Well, there is a rule of law in this country, and when you are suspended by the organization, it does not mean that everything in the legislature will apply. There is a rule of law and we'll have to follow that. But for now, we are respecting the suspension of the ANC in the province, and we will definitely challenge it internally. And if we are not satisfied internally, we'll definitely go into the other areas of law where we will then challenge this thing. But in terms of what has happened and what we are hearing of Ndade Ace Magashule, we'll still wait to hear what are the full charges, and we'll then take it from there.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to us. Oh, before we leave you, today you didn't really mobilize as much as we've seen in the past, and why is that?
Well, time, space and tact, it's very important. So we are just awaiting for the issues of courts so that we hear, because chances is that the case might be referred to another day. So that on its own says to us there's no need to bring those who are here. They are here on their own, like myself. So that is what we want to do.
Thank you very much. That is Vusi Chabalala, who is a member of the Free State Legislature here. And then we're now joined by Leona Kleinhans, who is also a member of the Free State Legislature. Leona, I see today, which is quite different, you've never been here as DA members, throughout when this case has been coming to court. Why are you here today?
Okay, well, we are here today because it is now more than 6 years since we originally exposed what was happening with this asbestos contract. And it's a very, very long time. It's been through different processes. It's been through the public protector and all of those. And finally, during last year, I actually went and laid charges against the former Premier and the former MEC with the Special Investigating Unit for their role in this matter. So we have a great interest in seeing justice being done, which is, as I say, it's been more than 6 years that we have been trying to get justice for the 32,000 people who are still living under asbestos roofs in the Free State.
And tell me, do you know whether there are, because you say that as the DA you actually, blew the whistle on this matter, yes. Do you know whether there'll be some of you that will probably be state witnesses?
Well, it is a possibility. I believe that my name was on the actual charge sheet as a witness, but of course I don't know. I presume I would only be called if they need me to testify to something. But I do believe that the case do have the Hawks do have a strong case, and the allegations and the charges, 74 charges, are very, very serious. So it might not be that they will need me to come and speak in court, because I've given all the information that I had already is with a Special Investigating Unit. So our interest here today is basically just to try to push that justice must be done, and that we cannot continue delaying justice longer and longer while people are becoming sick from the asbestos and dying from the asbestos roofs that are crumbling over their heads. It's a tragedy. It really is a tragedy, and for that, people must be held to account, who obviously took 255 million and brought absolutely no improvement to the people's life.
Thank you very much. That is Leona Kleinhans, DA, member of the Free State Legislature. Just here with some of the members of the DA, just to come in and say, they want justice to finally start, happening, to see people that are responsible for these asbestos roof projects to be held accountable. We will be here right through the day to monitor any developments. Right now it's still very quiet. I'm sure, as you can see, as cameraman Thabo Katsande pans, it's just a handful of DA supporters here in the background, and that's it. Not the previous, show of ANC supporters coming in, there are many numbers. None of that is visible today. We didn't even see any buses come in or, any sign of a crowd that would, but we don't know as, the morning, goes further. But, we'll be here just to monitor developments outside. The police are here. They've got a very strong presence. They've cordoned off the area around the court vicinity. But with that, it's back to you in studio.
Palesa, thank you so much for bringing us that update. Of course, we'll continue dipping in and out of that story. Let's just remind you our question of